Hello and welcome to Music with Mason. My name is Mason Fall. I'm here joined with the thrash slash metal band from Cedar Rapids, Iowa, the one and only Ill Omen. How are you guys doing today?
Amazing.
Right.
All right, so Ill Omen, pretty well known for their albums March of Decay, Born to Die, and even Sword of Destiny, and they are going to be soon playing alongside bands such as Frontal Assault, Traffic Death, and Fishbait at the Black Hole. So that sounds pretty exciting.
Yeah, it does.
So just to get started with you guys, for each of you, where did you start learning to play music?
I'll go first. I started playing music when I met Curtis Graham on the guitar. We just started a band and I didn't even play any instruments. And then I was like, well, we need a bass player. I'll play bass. I was really into Megadeth, so I kind of based my whole style off of David Ellison, except the kid touching part. So I just started playing bass, and Curtis basically taught me how to play bass, so that's how I started.
Right on.
Caleb here. I grew up in a family that my mom had a music major when she was younger, so I was always around music as a kid. Tried piano, tried all the other like normal instruments that you have to try when you have a mom who's a music teacher. And then like in 5th or 6th grade, I joined the school band as a percussionist, joined the jazz band and did that all through high school. And then just started playing in bands at a arts academy here in town. And then these two hit me up out of nowhere and I joined their band. At that point, I've already played for a while, but I just kind of asked for a drum set one year and I got it. And then I never went back. I just listened to a lot of Slipknot and tried to be like Joey, but you can't really tell.
Right on.
It's Curtis here. My dad plays guitar, so he kind of influenced that train. I think I was in kindergarten. He got me my first guitar for Christmas. And for about 4 years there, I didn't actually try to be good or anything. I just made noise.
Wait, you're trying now?
I'm kind of trying a little bit more now to be better. And that's pretty much it.
I mean, yeah.
Special.
Yeah, right on, man. So, did anyone like actually inspire you guys to get into music, or did you guys just find music and you decided this is what I wanted to do with my life?
I mean, I think we're all inspired by like bigger artists, obviously, but growing up, I always liked music. My dad always had rock music on the Tahoe radio. So I always just kind of grew up around it. And then at some point, I went from listening to like AC/DC and Bon Jovi and Journey to like, hey, these Metallica guys are pretty cool. And then it was, these Slipknot guys are pretty cool. And it just kept going down and down the line to where it is now. I mean, but really Metallica and Slipknot are like the biggest ones for me.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. I mean, I'd agree. I had similar experience just listening to rock and roll, and then Curtis got me into heavy metal, showed me Megadeth, and then it was all downhill from there.
Oh no, disaster! No, my dad would play all sorts of stuff in the truck and everything, so I was getting influenced by bands that were more like underground, I'd say. Bands that some people don't even know of today, Hammerfall, Brainstorm, all that sort of stuff. Later I surfed, and I got into earlier I surfed. Besides the politics, don't agree with that.
The domestic terrorism.
Yeah, I don't agree with that. But after I got into that, I snooped around on in my dad's music library one day, found some of the older bands. I worked backwards, so found Kiss and Boston and ZZ Top and things like that way, and then I went back going forward into the extreme metal, but that's a whole other story. But yeah.
All right. Okay, so you already mentioned you guys have a few personal favorite bands that got you to where you are today, like in this sort of thrash metal category. But do you guys have any other like unique bands that you like, that you truly like listening to, that don't have anything to do with your type of music?
I mean, I really like all kinds. It's really generic for someone to say they like all kinds of music, but I'm not gonna toot my own horn and say I do because I absolutely hate some music. But I really like Sturgill Simpson. He's a really good country artist. He's got like this random album that's like futuristic country techno metal or rock, I guess, and it's really fucking good. It's one of my favorite albums.
I would say that out of everyone here, I listen to the least variety of music probably. But even then, even if I'm listening to either metal or hardcore or rock and roll, I feel like all those things can be woven into thrash metal. So I'd say pretty much everything I listen to somehow has influenced me musically. So I don't think that I listen to a lot of stuff that if I dig it, I'm gonna find a way to put it somewhere in the music,
Right.
Yeah, main oddball artist, I'd say, for me anyway, Beach Boys, the Zombies, listen to a lot of Miles Davis.
You're saying you don't hear the Beach Boys in our music?
Well, I do sometimes, if you really squint.
Hey man, the Beach Boys was what started rock and roll in the first place, so.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
Listen to a lot of Weather Report too, so I hear it a little bit in our music, but it's just weird oddball artists I listen to sometimes. So.
That's just what makes a good musician, is having an oddball favorite variety of favorite musicians. So, I mean, okay.
Facts.
So for the next few questions I have for you guys, I want to know if they're true or not. I've researched the Instagram profile and I've tried to look for some few things behind each of your personalities on your social media.
No.
So first and foremost, I noticed that you guys hang out at Casey's a lot. Is Casey's we're
gonna be ordering pizza tonight?
Yeah,
we're from there.
Yeah,
oh, yeah.
Is it
number one hangout spot?
Yeah, that's the hangout spot. Just Casey's.
Oh yeah.
You gotta love Casey's.
Every time we go anywhere, we either hit the Casey's here in Ely or in the next town over. We can hit a Casey's, we would hit that over anything else.
Yeah. Yeah, it's either a Quick Star or a Casey's in Iowa. Those are the only two gas stations that truly matter. So
yeah, that's sure.
And continuing on this Casey's talk, in one of your videos, you celebrated a 200 subscriber special with almost eating every Casey's snack.
Yes, we did do that. We even got some of the forbidden snacks of Casey's. The manager of the Casey's gave us the taco pizza chips that they use on the pizza for free.
Wow.
So we got a whole bag of them and ate them too. So that was a really interesting experience. Came out of that worse for sure.
So
that was some of that too gross. Love Casey's. Their pizza is definitely a lot better than their little snacks.
Yeah.
So what would you say is each of your favorite snacks from Casey's?
I got to remember what we said. I don't know if it's my favorite, but I really like the New Orleans style chips. It's like a mixture of salt and vinegar chips and barbecue chips. I thought those were really good.
Oh, that sounds good.
For me, I don't know if it's changed since the video, but I love the jalapeno chips from there. But they also added a new chips that was like taco pizza chips, where it's like just potato chips that are flavored somewhat like taco pizza chips, but they taste nowhere like taco pizza, but they're good as hell.
But it's different from the forbidden chips that we got.
Yeah. They're real Casey's taco pizza chips, not the ingredient chips.
Right.
Yeah.
Right on.
No,
Okay.
the pork rinds are the best.
Inflated.
Yeah. Inflated.
Hey man,
Yeah.
you gotta love pork rinds. But
Do you? They don't.
So what is the significance behind Obscured Boutique?
I feel like I can talk about this one because Obscure Boutique is an online store now that is a hangout space for us for a long time because my girlfriend is the owner of the store, and they just sell a bunch of not retail, but cool band shirts. She's made custom shirts for herself. She's made one-off shirts for each of us. There's a picture somewhere that we just posted today of the three of us eating on the hood of my truck, and the shirt that Curtis is wearing that says Autistic Virgin was made by her.
Yes, sir.
So it's just a cool little online store now that sells a bunch of really cool shit.
Yeah, a lot of
And-
cool shirts.
She's just a really good friend of ours. I mean, I'd hope I'm fucking dating her.
Yeah.
I hope
Yeah.
she'd be my friend, right? But
We recorded a few music videos in there
Yeah,
too,
true.
for Seven Sisters Road and Born to Die. So it was
Yeah.
a cool spot when it was physical, but now it's online. It's so
Yeah,
cool.
and at our shows too, like at the March 1st show at CSCS in Cedar Rapids, she'll be there selling shirts and various things. So
there's going to be custom-made shirts just for
Yeah.
the show that she'll be selling there
Yeah.
for part of Iowa Metal Underground.
Yeah.
And just because she can.
Okay.
So-
It's cool, man.
I'll have to go online then and get a shirt then, because
yeah,
I
there's
have to
plenty
now.
of cool shit.
I kind of have to.
yeah, check them out on Instagram and stuff.
Instagram, Facebook, TikTok,
Defi-
and there's a store
I'll-
linked on all those.
I'll definitely
Yeah.
put it in the description, so people have to check it
Yeah.
out now. Whoever's listening to this. So
Yeah, I'm actually wearing one of those shirts right now.
okay, so I don't know if you guys remember this, but I think specifically for Luke and Caleb, you guys met the guy behind Grim Knight Productions.
Oh, we more than met him.
Yeah.
I don't know. That sounded a bit odd. We didn't do anything weird with him.
Yeah.
Okay, just to clarify, nothing weird happened between you. All right.
No, yeah. I mean, there's two people that run Grim Knight Productions. It's Cal and Joe. They live in Iowa City. They've actually put out the CD of our album March of Decay. I mean, I'd call them friends at this point. They do a lot of cool stuff. They booked a lot of our early shows and are still helping us book shows now. So they're really cool people.
Okay, so for Luke, you directed the music video of Born to Die. I'm pretty sure you've directed most of your music videos, but you got to get frontal assault on your video.
Yes.
How did you get frontal assault on your video?
I mean, us and Frontal Assault are just like friends at this point because we played so many shows together, and we're the only two young metal bands from Cedar Rapids, and we play sort of a similar style. So we play so many shows together that we just became friends, and like we go over to their house. They've been over to our house multiple times, like stuff like that. We're really good friends, so it wasn't really hard to just be like, hey, you guys were on this song, so you just want to come do the video. And we took a whole day. It took like 10 hours to shoot this video because we just did it all in one day at like 4 different locations or something stupid. And there was a lot of hiking. Yeah, it was an experience for sure.
Yeah,
ATV riding.
I loved the outfit choice, just saying. It was
Yeah,
definitely nice.
Well, yeah.
Bring it back.
You know, we were thinking like, how do you make a music video when the song's about like philosophy and stuff? It's like, oh, you know, we just dress up in togas and make it not make any sense.
That's just how you do it, man.
I think
Because that's what is philosophy, you know? It's togas and not making sense.
Do you still own the togas?
Somewhere.
Well, they were bed
Somewhere.
sheets. They're actually I don't know. They're in my closet or something. I just like cleaned out my closet. They were still there because I don't really have any use for like 7 bed sheets.
Do you think we'll get to see you guys play and perform in those togas again?
You know, I was actually thinking about that maybe for like a Halloween show or something. We were supposed to have a Halloween show last year, but it got canceled, so we didn't. I think we were going to do the togas, but it didn't end up happening.
There's always this year, so hopefully there's some places that are open for Halloween.
Yeah, I mean, someone book us on our Halloween show and we'll show up in togas.
So
Just togas.
I don't know.
No.
I don't know if this is true, Luke, but were you a part of the Prairie High School baseball team?
Yes,
What position did you play?
I was a pitcher.
You
in
were the
high
pitcher.
school and 1 year in college as well.
Which college?
Ho College. I'm still going there. I just quit the baseball team.
Oh, so do you enjoy? Did you enjoy like being a part of the baseball team? Like, was it like your sport in mind?
Yeah, I mean, it's my favorite sport. I only played baseball. Like, I was never a kid who played like 30 different sports. I only ever played baseball, so it was definitely my favorite sport, and I was into it. Just in college, I just realized I'm way more into heavy metal than I am baseball, and I got bored of baseball, so I quit the team. And I mean, not really to focus on heavy metal, just because I wasn't into it anymore, you know?
Right. So for Caleb, in your Instagram, did you visit Tetaguchi State Park?
I did. I actually just went back up there last weekend. I just really like northern Minnesota. It feels somewhat black metalish once you get up that far, and even further than that, closer to Canada. And it's just a really pretty place, and I love to hike. So, yeah, that place is fucking sweet. They got a place up there called the Devil's Kettle that just has a hole in the ground that no one knows how deep it is. That's pretty fucking metal.
It does sound pretty fucking metal. You just gotta go to the Death Kettle. That just sounds nice off the tongue.
Yeah, the Devil's Kettle. It like me and my girlfriend went. This was still like in the summer kind of. We went up, or it was in the fall. We went up there, and we like to drive around, so we drove an hour north of town, almost to Canada. We see this park, and we're looking for a place to hike the next day, and we go in there, and it just says Devil's Kettle, and it has an arrow, and we were like,
hell yeah, brother.
yeah. We're like, yeah.
I mean, how could you refuse that?
Yeah. It was a pretty good hike. And once you got there, it's like, holy fuck, that's literally a hole in the ground.
You know, another thing they have in Minnesota is this fucking giant statue of the Jolly Green Giant. That actually was our first drummer. I don't know if you know that.
Is that where it is?
Oh, yeah, somewhere in Minnesota.
Blue Earth, Minnesota.
Yeah, Blue Earth, Minnesota.
Our first official drummer.
You should totally just start a concert right outside the big Jolly Green Giant. So
that'd be fucking pretty cool.
Yeah, that would be sick. You know, he actually has no testicles. That's what we discovered.
Oh,
unless you walk like in between his legs, it's the dumbest thing ever.
I mean, I'm sure thousands of people had to do that just to be sure.
Yeah.
I mean,
if I made that statue, I would give him at least a set of balls. You know,
look up, there's nothing there.
So, Caleb, what is Citadel Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu?
It's the jiu-jitsu gym that I went to for like a year. I haven't been able to now. In the summer, I'm going to go back, but just I haven't been able because of time and work.
So
it's a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu gym that if anyone here from Iowa City or Cedar Rapids, if you want to try and beat the fuck out of people, not literally, there's a lot of cool people there. It's really fun. I miss it every day.
So
if you're looking for something, what's up?
So for Jiu-Jitsu, like, are there like belt classes, or are there like different colored belts that you have to earn for how good you are?
Yeah, and kind of how good you are, kind of on just like how much you know and how long you've been doing it. I was only a second degree white belt. I didn't get very far just because I obviously had to leave for a little bit.
Right.
But it takes a long time to get a different color in that sport, and I want to go back and get a different color.
Okay, so do you plan on doing some jiu-jitsu during one of your mosh pits at a concert or something? Because that'd be hilarious. Just saying.
Yeah, but funny enough that you say that. We went and saw Sting with Sugabog here in Iowa City, and it was a crowded fucking venue, right? It was a place that we played called Wildwood. It's like 200 people there, and they throw a ball into the pit, and they're like, whoever has the ball at the end gets to get free merch, anything they want from the merch stand. So obviously I was in there, and I was throwing the fuck down, ripping out the jiu-jitsu shit on people trying to get this fucking ball.
He almost had it too. It was him and some other guy, and they said, we got to do one more song. We don't know who got it, but I think Caleb had it, not gonna lie.
Well, then when they did it again on the second song, it was me, and then that guy ripped it out of my hands at the last 5 seconds.
That guy's a bitch, whoever you are.
Yeah, fuck you.
That is insane. Wow. You really buzzed out the jiu-jitsu moves at the Wildwood, and you just anything for free merch. Okay. We have standards. We have standards here. But
yeah.
So for Curtis,
I don't know. $20 is $20.
Yeah. All right. $20 is $20. So for Curtis, my question for you: do you perform your guitars on an Ibanez RG421?
What was that? Say again.
So for your guitar that you perform your tracks on, is it an Ibanez RG421?
Yeah. That was the one that I have as a backup now. Yeah, all the recorded stuff that's currently out is on that guitar, yeah.
So what's your personal favorite guitar that you own?
I got a new one. It's a Schecter Cam 6 Mark III.
Nice.
It's a lot flatter, the fingerboard. A stainless steel press. has active pickups that I don't actively hate, so that's a good thing.
It's a lot
Nice.
lighter and easier to play too.
Yeah, just bass player talking about lighting easy to play. And you have these massive basses that are heavy.
I don't know, yeah, dude, but yeah, when I put on that guitar, it's like it's floating. I don't have to do anything.
Yeah, you don't have to try on that guitar at all. I put yourself. So
Cool. All right. So for each of you, this is just a very generic question. If you could have one final meal that you know is going to be your last meal, what would it be?
Oh,
Curtis,
a hard question.
You should go first on this one, Curtis.
A Casey's medium pizza. That's
honestly, that had to be a large. Maybe two.
You're doing 2 large Casey pizzas.
No, I don't know what I'd do. I mean, that's up there, but I have that so much. It's like it's not even special. I don't know what I'd do, but if the meal would involve pepperoncinis, like the peppers. I just eat those individually, like out of the fucking bottle. I'll eat a whole can of them.
nice.
Is that your official vote?
That's
A whole
my
can
answer. That's my answer, a whole can. But I'd probably have something else too, but I just can't think of anything.
Yeah. Last meal, I'd probably do spaghetti. I usually like it with spaghetti noodles cut in half, maybe rotini noodles as well. 2 parts red sauce, 1 part Alfredo.
He's giving you a bunch of recipes.
Yeah, no, I like the saccharotti red sauce the best. But
Who knows? Just in case you were planning on making it.
yeah, no, I want you to be able to make it. And then ground beef, probably 85% fat. I count the sausage, whatever you like. Yeah.
The water
Good
has
stuff.
to be at 375 Fahrenheit before I put the noodles
Yeah.
in.
Well, you gotta add extra virgin olive oil and salt to your water.
Very specific taste, okay? I mean, that's just how it goes. You can't have a not perfect spaghetti.
Yeah.
It is your final
me-
meal. It is your final meal, so it has to be perfect.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah. For me, we're going to go with the classic. Big, medium rare steak,
Mm.
mashed potatoes with brown gravy,
Mm.
green beans, and a slice of frozen Texas toast. Not frozen, but like the one that comes frozen and then you heat it up. I always just fucking love that shit. Nothing is better than that bread. It's a thick garlic bread. So fucking good.
Oh yeah. I mean, that's just the perfect dinner right there. That's just perfect.
You feel satisfied.
Yeah, you do. Honestly, all of that together sounds good.
Yeah.
So you guys played at multiple states around the Midwest. What would you say your favorite state to play in is so far?
All right. Well, we've only played in like 2 states, so I would probably say Iowa, just because we played in Iowa and Missouri. I'm pretty sure, right? Yeah. Pretty sure those are the only states we played in. Which we're trying to get out there to more states. That's our main goal for this year, is to not just play Iowa 37 times.
Yeah.
But yeah, obviously Iowa so far is our favorite state to play in. Just I'd rather play here than have to travel to any other state if I had the choice. But I want to play here less often, so it's more special when we do.
Right.
In my opinion, it's got to be. I think we can all agree it's on Iowa, but if we really want to get specific, Missouri was a lot of fun. There's a little bit of rowdiness going on there, but whenever we play in downtown Iowa City, it doesn't matter where we go. The scene down there is so good. There's so many good bands to play with.
Yeah.
There's so many good people who keep coming to shows, no matter where you're at in the Iowa City, Coralville area. It's always a fucking fun time.
Yeah.
People are always throwing down. People are always getting rowdy. And they're always vibing with the music, no matter what it is. Much like you fucking really suck.
That's
You gotta be ass.
Iowa City is definitely our home, even though we're technically from Cedar Rapids. We played in Iowa City at least double the amount of times we played in Cedar Rapids, probably more than that. So Iowa City is probably our favorite place to play, for sure.
Right on. So, specifically, what would you say for each of you your favorite place, like venue-wise, would be in?
As for us playing, I'd probably say Gabe's and going to as well. It's probably Gabe's, just because I like it's kind of like the perfect size. It's like a medium-sized venue, at least for us. Like it's not. We've played shows at like huge places in Cedar Rapids that I mean, that was like probably our coolest show ever was the Olympic show in Cedar Rapids. But as for like consistency, like we can't pull off the show with 300 people every time, But so I'd say Gabe's is probably one of the coolest at least.
What do you think, Curtis?
I agree.
Curtis agrees. I gotta
right.
say the same thing. I've got to say the same thing. The Olympic was sweet. We got 300 people in there, and it was rowdy as hell.
Yeah.
Future plans. We want to go back there again, do something like that. More bands, more people.
We do have plans to do another one of those at the Olympic in Cedar Rapids. So like, keep your eyes open. Check out Iowa Metal Underground on Instagram and Facebook because we actually like run that. Us and Frontal Assault. It's kind of like a joint venture between us and Frontal Assault and my dad. So after this March show, we're going to have some announcements about another show at the Olympic. So stay tuned.
Nice. So while we're on this track of future endeavors, do we see any more albums coming out? We already know you're going to have some more tour dates. Are we going to see even more concert dates in the future? Like, what's the plan? Like, what is the future for Ill Omen right now?
I mean, right now we're working on booking shows for the summer. We already have like 3 or 4 books. For the spring, we have this show in a couple weeks here on March 1st at CSPS in Cedar Rapids, and then we got one at the Raccoon Motel on March 22nd.
Now we're talking.
And then we're gonna have another one that's not announced yet, but in April. And then actually we're going into the studio to record a single, which has never been told to anyone before. So that's
boy,
breaking news. We also have something coming out very soon, hopefully, that we've been sitting on for a while. So that there will be new music within the first half of this year, most likely. And yeah, we're just looking to play as many shows as possible, really, that we can get to. So
yeah,
I mean, we're still booking them, but we're gonna play as many shows as we can.
Yeah, Raccoon Motel is definitely a fan favorite, if a personal favorite of mine, because that's where I'm from, the Quad Cities. So glad you guys are gonna go down there.
We're excited to play there again because the first time we played there, we got thrown on the show at like the last moment because the band had to drop, so it wasn't like the ideal situation. But I think this show is gonna be a lot cooler. It's with our friends in Phantom Threat and Frontal Assault will be playing that too with a few other bands. So that'll be a really fun show, even if no one shows up, just because we like all those people. So,
right.
But hopefully people show up.
So we're going down to the final question. Every single band that I've talked to, every single performer that I've talked to, I've always asked them this final question. What would you tell the young and aspiring musicians who just need the courage and drive to just fulfill their passion of being a performer? Like, what would you tell them to give them like their spirits up?
Can go around the table.
The main thing is going out to shows, even if you suck, even if your band sucks, just go out to shows and talk to people. We talked to a bunch of people before we even really played any shows outside of like your random basement. So, go out, talk to people. If you have a show coming up and you never played live before and you have the means, find a way to get a phone on a tripod or something, or use a mic stand and record what the band sounds like and what you look like, and that's going to tell you more about your performance. So you're not guessing when you go on stage the first time. You kind of know this is what it looks like, this is what it sounds like, this is what I need to improve. But yeah, just talk to people, tell them that your band exists. Have crappy recordings and post them online. I mean, there's a fair share of crappy recordings from the old days.
Yep.
That we have online and we still have online. That's what I'd do.
I would say kind of the same thing. I mean, me and Luke, I remember there was like 2 weeks where we just went Thursday to Sunday at Gabe's. They had like 2 weekends of only metal and rock shows, and we just went there. If there was a band we liked, we just walked up to them and the end was like, hey, we just dropped like, yo, we're in a band, we're totally like not struggling to find shows right now. Please let us open for you. Yeah. And it was a lot of that for a long time, just name dropping. I've even name dropped us to really big bands. I did it the same with Fugabog.
Yeah.
Like we just going out, like Curtis said, talk to people. get to know people in your scene. I've even told friends. I had a friend come up to me after we were doing pretty good, and he was like, I want to get back in a band. I haven't been in a band in a long time. I just don't know how. Do you guys want to start a band? And I was kind of like, just go to these shows, dude. There's people out there who want to start bands too. If you and your friends have a band, just go out, and if you start talking to somebody at a show, just be like, hey, you play an instrument? Yeah. Well, we're looking for another person to play guitar. Want to jump in? Sure. There you got a band right there.
Right.
And just keep trying it out.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I agree with everything that's been said so far. I would say, like, I mean, the thing is, if you're like young and you're just starting a band, like, and you think you suck, it's probably because you do suck, and we sucked like really bad for a long time, and like we're just starting to get like okay now, you know. So it's like, and it's been our 5-year anniversary show's coming up. So like, I mean, that's how I feel about it. I think you can't stay in your head and think like, oh, I can't do it because I suck. It's like everyone sucks pretty much. The only people that don't suck are like the people who are way good, and the only way you get to being way good is by playing shows and sucking like 37 times in a row, and then eventually you'll get better.
Yeah, no, you gotta kind of love the part of sucking at the beginning, especially if you record it, like some of your early shows. Then you go back a year later, and it's like, oh yeah, we sucked.
It's rewarding to say like, oh
damn,
damn,
got better.
It's like every time I watch a show that's from more than like 3 months ago, I'm like, oh, we sucked. Like we're just continuing to get better when we play live and the recording. So I think it only can go up if you really put your mind to it.
Yeah, that nervous energy never goes away, but it kind of makes you better. So
It's all about the grind in your music life, the grind in your playing ability, your grind in your personal life and your professional life, and it's a grind on all of it because it does take a long time. Anything in life that's worth it takes a long time. And it's definitely the same for this. Like we said, it's been 5 years. I've only been here for like 3, but it's still been a grind since I started halfway in.
Right. Everyone has to start at square one. I mean, that's just fact.
Yeah.
So it always takes a lot of practice. I mean, there's no such thing as just being perfect on the spot. So it always it always requires
you
practice.
Can't worry about that because no one's perfect. No one's really yeah.
But
corny or not, the best thing I can say is the idea of one day or day one. As corny as fuck as that is, if you don't ever start on day one, you'll never have the day 1,000.
Yeah, I agree. So you always have to start at day one, and like even if it is like the hardest part of being in a band, you just got to practice. I mean, there's not.
Yeah, I think we're announcing right now that we're no longer playing music. We're actually going to become motivational speakers. So if you come to see us on March 1st, we're going to give motivational speeches and not play any music.
You will
6 hours straight. All the bands are going to go. We're going to go on as the headliner. You're going to be stuck there for 6 more hours, only hearing bullshit.
We are going to sing Kumbaya at the very last few seconds of the show.
If you're starting, fuck you.
We don't want the competition. Get out of our fucking scene, poser.
You think you're better than me?
Yeah.
But yeah.
No, for real. Just fucking start. Don't fucking worry about it. Just start.
There's no truer words spoken there. But I think that is going to wrap it up, guys. Thank you for being here on my show.
Yeah, thanks for having us. This was really fun.
Yeah, we train wrecked it pretty good, but it'll make it entertaining, right?
Oh, yeah, don't worry. This is going to be hitting millions of views soon for my small channel.
Better.
But
I'm going to watch it like 137 times, so it'll get at least that many.
But yeah.
It'll get all the views from like the 4 of us at least.
But yeah.
I'm going to guess at least 500,000. I'm going to just listen to it at work every day, all day.
Just play it in a loop while you're leaving for work. But
Yep.
Yeah.
But yeah, thank you guys so much for being here with me. Where can we find you guys on social media?
Ill Omen Band on Instagram, Ill Omen Band on Facebook, Ill Omen, just Ill Omen on like Spotify and YouTube and stuff.
Apple Music.
Yeah, any of those streaming things, it's just Ill Omen. All caps will help you find us. And we got a red logo. If there might be other.
There might be an Australian black metal band that's called Ill Omen.
Yeah. But yeah, Ill Omen Band on Instagram is the main thing that we use.
All right.
Everything's linked on there.
Yeah.
If you put anything for us, it's linked on there.
Yeah.
Yep, we'll definitely put the links in the description so you guys can check them out. So.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, thank you so much for joining us, and I guess we'll see you guys next time.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
All right, well, that will wrap it up for today's episode of Music with Mason. A very fun crowd to hang around. These guys were awesome. Like I said, please go ahead and check them out on Instagram and Facebook. Links will be in the description. As long as one of their albums, March of Destiny, you should definitely listen to that, as it is on YouTube and streaming 24/7. So, with that being said, please, if you like this, please share this to everyone you are listening to. I mean, if you're listening to me, share it with everyone, like mothers, fathers, grandfathers, grandmothers. I mean, your sons, daughters, whoever it may be, go ahead and let them know that rock and roll is here, baby. And I am interviewing at least all of the Iowan bands that should be well known. So go ahead and check that out. So with that being said, make sure you subscribe and like it, and we will see you guys next time.